I wanted to check in my midweek update. I haven't done in quite a while. And I also want to talk a little bit about the Maui fires and what's really going on. Before I get started, though, I really feel like it's appropriate that, in the midst of these fires, um, it just feels super inadequate to say, our thoughts and prayers are with you. And of course they are. That's a given. But I think we should go further. I think we should not only try to get involved and try to make donations when we can. I'm going to talk to you about that in just a minute on my Faith and Freedom show on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. In a minute, I'm going to tell you about my guests who I'm having on. But there are ways that we can help other than just saying our thoughts and prayers. And moving forward in the months and years to come, it's like, I went through not even similar, but the Naples hurricane. And there's a lot of devastating things going on in the world. And I think it's the cleanup. I saw it firsthand, even a year later. I don't know how long, a year and a half later, almost 2 years later, things are still not back to normal. So Maui's going to need us for a long time. If you're just joining me, I would love to hear where you're joining me from. I'm going to turn on the chat. And as I was saying, these are our brothers and sisters. They're going to need us for a long, long time. And they need to hear your voice because we've been hearing things about them being suppressed, about even receiving supplies. I'm going to tell you about where you can make donations in just a minute. But, it appears that there were many shortcomings resulting in these fires. Now, just doesn't make sense, right? There were no warnings at all for high winds, and they've had them in the past. They've had warnings going off. Children were sent home from school, and now numerous reports, including from fire companies, fire trucks, that the water was shut off. No cell service. And meanwhile, you've probably heard about this, but some celebrities, their homes weren't touched on Maui, but other homes near them that weren't as expensive literally melted to the ground. And then there were the electric cars. Have you seen video about the electric cars exploding? So you got to ask, what happened? And there's a lot of speculation at this point. Were the fires caused by dry, non-native grasses? Sure, maybe. A few downed power lines? Could it be a direct energy weapon, also known as DEW, by another country? Or worse, this country? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. So on this Sunday's Faith and Freedom show on Real America's Voice, and it's also on Rumble. On Rumble, we have a pretty cool chat going. So if you go to Rumble Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern and you want to watch it live and get involved, we have a chat going on there. So it's Rumble. Oh, I think I have the, hang on. Somewhere I have the Rumble. It's in America's Voice, americasvoice.com, or I thought I had it. Rumble/Real America's Voice. Maybe somebody can post that in the comment section. Sorry, I thought they had that. But you're not going to believe this. On this Sunday's Faith and Freedom show, and if you're in church or if you can't make it, I get it. That's fine. You can always watch it on the replay. In fact, you can go to realamericasvoice.com and look up the shows and then go to Faith and Freedom. And you can see all the previous shows that I've done. And it could be segment by segment. You could do that. So on this Sunday, I'm joined by the one and only Juan O'Savin. And if you don't know who Juan is, look him up. I would say look him up, but there are a lot of, he doesn't do social media. And when you see him on my show, you won't see his face. he shows the surrounding. A lot of times you'll see his boots, but he'll show the environment that he's in, but he doesn't show his face. I have met him in person, and he is a real human being. So just wanted to put that out there. But one of the things that he brought up, we tape the show on Wednesdays and then we air it on Sundays. So that's just the way it goes for these types of shows. So I wanted to jump on here and tell you about what I'm going to be talking about in greater detail, especially with Juan. And one of the things that he said, it makes sense, is, guys, we have satellite imagery, right? Why can't we pinpoint? Why can't the military release the satellite imagery and pinpoint exactly when those fires started? Now, there were little fires around Maui that were started as early as August 4th. And those strategically, it's interesting. They were started but by the 8th, yes, there were some high winds. But again, where were the warnings? Where were the warning sounds? Nothing happened. So we get into that in specifics with Juan Sunday, realamericasvoice.com, or Rumble/Real America's Voice, Sunday, 10 a.m. And also joining me is Dr. James Thorpe, who discusses how he was fired when he spoke out against the Jabby Jab and what happened to him and how he was ostracized and sued because of his faith too. So we talk about that. Then we have Maui resident Cami Irwin sharing her experience, boots on the ground, and what she saw and witnessed. I have goosebumps thinking about it, and what's going on now there and how you can help. So Cami will go into great detail about the links, and I will post them here as well. And then finally, we have Afghan vet turned evangelist Sean Winnings. He's also a Turning Point Faith ambassador. So lots of things every Sunday in Real America's Voice. The reason I want to tell you guys about this is because I'm going to look up the chat really quick. Lots of people jumping in. Thank you so much for being here. I don't have freedom of speech here on social media. On Rumble, yes, but not on the other networks, on the other platforms. So it's really important that I have this Faith and Freedom show. I can talk about my faith openly. I can talk about current events, what's going on in the world. And I love Real America's Voice. They've given me an unbelievable platform. I have a great editor, and it's a great team. And I'm proud to be on that platform. So I hope you can join me Sunday mornings live, either on Rumble or realamericasvoice.com. And then, guys, I want to tell you about a couple events coming up, but I'm going to put on my glasses and try to read some of these comments. Yes, I agree. So if you could see these posting, James says, when is anyone, Republicans or people, going to stand up for this kind of stuff? I agree. I think that they will be. Hang on to your hat. Hang on to your hat. Things are coming down. And I think people are getting angry, and rightly so. What happened in Maui was preventable. And we are just learning. The death tolls are despicable. And when people find out, it's despicable. Okay. Thank you so much, Christine Fry. I appreciate that. Hey, Kevin, glad that you're here. Let's see other comments. Wow, we have somebody from Lisbon, Portugal. Wow, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. How are things in Portugal? Better than here? You know, it's always interesting, like, we see things about what's going on in other countries, but what do they see about us? What do they see about our president that can barely form a sentence? And when asked, I cover this topic too. When asked his comments initially about the devastating fires in Maui, he said no comment. They've walked it back. But you're kidding me, right? Compare that to what President Trump did. I, mm, okay, let's see. Hey, Brent McCain, how are you? It's good to see you here. Ooh, this is a good one too. Don't drink the dew. Have you seen Mountain Dew? Mountain Dew, okay? Dew, direct energy weapon. Dew, direct energy weapon. Look it up. It's there. And also look up. I'm going to talk about this on my Real America's Voice show. I don't know what I can get away with saying, so I'm not going to talk about too much. But I know I can say Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew has a new drink. You're never going to guess what it is. You're never going to guess. Maui Burst. Imagine that. Okay. Looking at the comments. Hello, I'm Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thank you so much for being here. Greetings, Anastasia. How are you? Yes, it's very peculiar what's going on. Jim Johnson. I see some comments I can't post. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. And you know what? Oh, hang on. Hang on. I've got breaking news. There's breaking news. What? Wait, what? What's that? What's that? Oh, so I just found out. This is breaking news. You're hearing it here for the first time. So the government is going to send Maui $40 billion. $40 billion for recovery efforts. Isn't that awesome? Wait, what? Sorry. They're sending it to Ukraine. How do you feel about that? I mean, come on, man. You're kidding me, right? This is, I hate to even make fun of it like that, but make light of it. I'm not making fun of it, but it's such a joke. Our own government can't help our own people out. Our president has nothing good to say. No comment. Thousands of your people were just injured, perhaps burned alive, and you have no comment? We expect better. We deserve better. We demand better. Yeah, unbelievable, Anastasia. Unbelievable. Hey, April. It's so wrong. It is wrong. Yeah, they're sending it to Ukraine. Can you believe that? Meanwhile, Maui residents are getting $700 each. Do you know what the cost of living is like in Maui, in Lahaina? The average home is $1 million. And that doesn't buy you a lot. And those homes were there for decades and decades. And there's a whole bunch of going on. If you haven't already heard about what's really going on in Maui, let me phrase it this way. Could it be a land grab? Yeah. See, I don't know how much I can get away with here, was saying before if they do bump me or suppress me, you can find me on realamericasvoice.com every Sunday at 10 a.m. At least Rumble, I don't think will can me. What piece? Yeah, $700. What's that going to buy? And what about, we've heard stories. And again, I'm interviewing Cammie, who is a Maui resident, and she's going to talk about this on my show, Faith and Freedom, on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. on Rumble or Real America's Voice. And they're blocking roads with people who are trying to get supplies in. Why is that? Why did they keep the electricity on? Why did they turn off the water? We have questions, and we deserve answers. We demand answers. And that's what, when I started this out at the beginning, we've all said this, and it seems like the right thing to say, and I believe it is. Our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Maui. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely, right? But it needs to go deeper than that. I feel like that is just inadequate. We need to stand up for them. They're American citizens. We need to have their back. We need to fight for them. We need to find out what happened. Why are they not getting the supplies they need? Why are they getting $700 in Ukraine? Can you pick Ukraine out on a map? Just curious. Do you know where it is? Why are we sending billions of dollars there when we can't even secure our border? Don't get me started. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get banned. Oh boy. All right, guys. Yes, I know that about Vivek, but he's got some good policies. And, at this point, I agree with what President Reagan said, trust but verify. And at this point, let's figure out how to get through these next days and weeks and figure out how each individually can help the residents of Maui. If you have an opportunity to share your voice and stand up for them and speak out and demand accountability from our elected officials, they work for us. Last time I checked, right? Demand it. What is going on? They're getting their paychecks. They're getting all kinds of benefits. How is it that Nancy Pelosi came into office, making, what do they make, $100,000 or something? And now she's worth $100 million? How did that happen? Okay. This is not where I wanted to go with this. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Have a great day. Make it a great day. Keep Maui residents in your prayers, in your thoughts and prayers for sure. But then demand from your elected officials, we want answers. We want to know what happened. All the mainstream media that says it was this or that or whatever, let's go deeper. They deserve that. We deserve to know. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Oh, two other things I wanted to tell you about. So I don't even know if I have it here. Grab my book, Killer House. It's available on Amazon.com. It will change your life. I'm also doing a little talk and book signing, the only book signing I'm doing at the cutest bookstore ever. The cutest. I've been to a lot of bookstores. I love books. I'm a book fiend. I read at least, I don't read a book a week, but probably 2 a month. And I'm always on my iPad with my Kindle, and I've got things going. I'm always researching. I love books. All that to say, Fabled in Waco, Texas is the cutest bookstore ever. You got to check it out. I'll be there on August 24th at 7:00. And if you want to find out more information, I know you're going to ask me. So you can go to Fabled. Just look up Fabled. Let's see. I think this is where, if you take a screenshot of this, yeah. If you take a screenshot of that, you can find out more information about the talk. And I think they have tickets. You can make a reservation. And they have, I went to a talk a couple of weeks ago by another author, a New York Times bestselling author whose books I love, Catherine Senner. I've already read 2, and that's, gosh, I think it was 3 weeks ago that I went to that. I've read 2 of her books already. So I guess I do read a book a week. But it was so well done. They have alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, and obviously the books that you can purchase and have her autograph them. And if you want an autograph book, I will be there and be honored to sign one for you. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will see you very soon. I hope, maybe even on the road on last couple of days of Ted's tour. Talk to you soon, everybody. Have a great day.